Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about something that I do not talk about on this channel. We are breaking a rule. 3 things I don't talk about on this channel is politics, religion, and the news. I don't talk about those 3 things because they are common triggers for people, and I'm just not trying to hear all that mess. But it's got to be a real big exception for me to go against that policy, and I have the exception today. My sister sent me a video yesterday that had her all beside herself, and my sister's a really rational person, so if something's got her upset, I'm going to check it out and see what it's about. I watched that video and I was sick. I was appalled and I was disgusted and I was angry. I'm not going to show these videos in my video. I will link all of the videos that I used down here in my description bar, but I'm not going to show them in my tab in the corner where my inserts go, because sometimes when you edit a video, you have to watch it in playback 15, 20 or more times. I can't watch what happened to this man over and over and over like that. So I will put them down here for you to check out, but I'm not going to insert them inside the video. Another disclaimer before we move on. I have friends and I have family members that are in law enforcement, and I do not believe that it is okay for anyone anywhere to be taking this particular incident and taking it out on their local law enforcement officers. Just like with anything else, you have good and bad people. It's not to say that just because they wear a badge and this guy wore a badge that they're all the same, because that's not the case. At least 90% of the police officers I know directly are really good people and really good guys, and they have the job for the right reasons. They do want to help people. Now, that's not always the case. I have known a handful of police officers that only want to do the job because they have a power trip mentality, but that's not the majority of them. And it's certainly not the case with my friends and my family directly. Just don't take it out on people that it doesn't deserve to be took out on. That's all I can really say. Not every law enforcement officer deserves for you to be all bent out of shape about this and take it out on them when they had nothing to do with it. Now, if you're still with me after the disclaimer, I appreciate it. We're going to look back over this situation from my mind and my perspective. So, if you don't know what's going on, George Floyd had the police called to him for a $20 counterfeit bill that he tried to use at a convenience store. Sounds regular, like a normal call. It's a non-violent crime. I have no idea how this turned the way it did. We don't have full disclosure on it either. There's video missing. But that sounds like something if anybody I know that works in law enforcement would get a call for a counterfeit bill. I don't see any of them using force on a person for a counterfeit bill. That's crazy. That, in my mind, would result in you probably getting handcuffed, you probably going in a car, and they're going to have a conversation, and then, you know, they're going to see what to do from there. But it does not seem like something that's going to result in you used a counterfeit $20 bill and now you are no longer here. What kind of... What? No, that's not okay. That doesn't even sound right by a crazy person's standard. I do want to make a statement. Now, they said that the reason they were on top of him is he was resisting arrest. I have watched several different security videos from different angles, different stores, even people filming through their phones, and not one time did I see this man doing what resisting arrest actually is. The thing you do hear is him telling you he needs medical attention. You do hear him pleading for that. But nowhere do you hear him being disrespectful. He's not cussing. He's not acting a fool. He ain't. You don't hear any of that or see any of that in these videos. So where was he resisting arrest? Because if that was y'all's reason, wouldn't you release that video that showed him doing that? There's not one. They did release the body cam, one of the body cam videos today, and look at this. Y'all see all that? There is so much blocked out, so much audio that's cut. It looks like they ran that video through a wood chipper before they posted it. I don't know why they did that, but it don't look good that you did that. If there wasn't nothing in there, why block things and why drop the audio? That's my perception. But it does, however, show you something insightful, or it did for me. While he's sitting on the ground against the building right here, handcuffed, he's sitting up, handcuffed. His friend's over here. The officer tells his friend, "I've called an ambulance for your friend." So while he's sitting over here, y'all already got medical help for him on the way. How the hell did he get from over here to in front of that car with this dude on top of him? You lost me. It's probably missing with that video I can't find. If y'all know where this to this video is, comment that below, because I have not been able to find where he went from over here to the front of the car yet. I haven't been able to find that yet. But why would you touch him? He's handcuffed, he's sitting on the ground, and he's awaiting medical attention. Why in the absolute hell were these officers' hands on him anymore after that? Unless you were giving him life-saving measures. I don't see why you should have been messing with a man that's handcuffed, sitting on the ground and waiting on an ambulance to get there. So how did he get moved? When it does show you that he's moved and he's in the front of this car over here, back of the car, excuse me, with this officer on the back of his neck, this poor man is crying and pleading for air. I've been in a house fire, and there is really not a whole lot in this entire world that's scarier than you not knowing if you're going to catch that next breath. So I felt what he was feeling when he was pleading for oxygen, because that's a scary ass concept right there. He's crying and pleading for air. He's saying, "Officer, I can't breathe. Officer, my stomach and chest hurts." Why are you still on top of him? And if you had to take the measures of doing what you did, when he tells you he can't breathe, where was the harm? He's handcuffed again. Where was the harm in rolling him over on his side so he was able to catch his breath? What in the actual hell made this man think that it was logical to stay on top of him when you can clearly feel the fight running out of him? You see him go limp in the video, and you know what you just watched. You know what you just watched. You watched that man die with this dude on top of his head, or back of his neck. So the officer on top of him had to have felt him go limp, yet you stayed on top of him. You felt him go limp, and instead of rolling him over and trying to revive him after what you did to him, you stayed on top of him, ensuring he had no chance. That's the way it looks, and video don't lie. The next thing on that particular situation, these other officers are standing around here with their thumb up their butt, Why? You see what you're watching. Why would you not intervene? Your damn job title is to protect and serve. You seen this man dying. I know you seen this man dying. You backed people up that were trying to help him. Yet you didn't help him. So y'all need to be charged as well for letting it damn happen. I'm so sick to my stomach by what I seen. I could not say something. That man did not get off at the top of him all the way up till after the EMT got there and after the EMT checked his pulse. So you stayed on top of him knowing he was good and dead for 4 minutes at least, because he went limp, and you stayed on top of him for 4 minutes before that ambulance got there. You stayed on top of him when the EMT showed up and checked his pulse. Only got off of him to roll him on the gurney. I'm so sick to my stomach about this. And the reason is, like I said, I have friends and family that are law enforcement officers, and I know what's fixing to happen to them and for them because of what this one and these couple did. Which is not fair, but it's I mean, I hope it doesn't, but I know what I think because of what I watched after the Ferguson situation. It's not fair to hold it against other officers, what these couple individuals did, but I don't think I've seen anything as unjust as what I watched in that video in my whole life. And that's all kind of things. That man was pleading for the basic, only thing you're guaranteed in the entire world is oxygen. He was pleading for something that everybody has the ability and should be able to do anytime they want, to breathe. And you stayed on that man after you knew you killed him. That's where it got more disgusting than disheartening. Like, I could go on and on about this. I'm sick. I'm sick about what's happening because of it. I'm sick that they're not arrested yet. They fired them. They fired them. That's it. I don't doubt that charges will come. I don't think that they're going to get murder charges. I don't believe that's what's going to come of this. And then that's going to cause them to burn more stuff down. I don't believe that they're going to get murder charges. I feel like what's going to happen, they're eventually going to cop out to involuntary manslaughter or negligent homicide, something like that. But I don't think they're going to get a straight up murder charge, even though the one on his neck absolutely deserves that. Absolutely deserves a murder charge. I don't think that's what they're going to charge him with, unfortunately. But they do need to be charged, and they need to be charged soon, or else that town's going to be burnt down. I don't agree with the destruction of a protest. If it's a protest, let it be a protest. Turning it into a riot is something whole different. Because here's what's happening. When you go to Google and when you go to YouTube and you search George Floyd, it's bringing up all of the rioting. It's bringing up all of the burning down the buildings videos and stories. It's bringing all of that up. So somewhere in there, the riots are starting to drown the individual it's all really about. That man didn't deserve to die. He absolutely deserves justice. And to me, justice would be the cat on his neck, absolutely murder charge. The other ones need no less than a 10 to 25 sentence. no matter how you charge them, for not helping him. But burning your town down is not going to do no good. Not in the long run of things. These guys are going to get charged eventually. They are. But after they're charged, after they're sentenced, you're still going to have to live in the city you're torching and destroying. It don't make a whole lot of sense in the long run of things. And I get emotions are run real high right now, but in the long run, destroying your towns or cities not the most beneficial thing for this cause. I'm sorry to his family that it happened. He didn't deserve it. He absolutely didn't deserve it. You all and his him and his family all deserve justice for what has happened to him. There is a petition that my sister had shared to me last night. I'm going to put it in the description box as well for all of you to go over and read and sign, to get justice for him. I guess I will see you guys in the next video. I just had to get that off my chest. This is an absolute disgrace, and I'm sickened by that. I'm sad to see it happen when we're already going through something else catastrophic worldwide. For that to have to add to it. But everybody stay blessed, and if you see something wrong, no matter who it's coming from, who's doing it, stop it. Do something to stop it. Y'all have a good day.